Well, the Tipperary County Board meeting has just concluded and Peter Creedon has been ratified as the new Tipperary Ladies Football Manager. And delighted to say that joining us now for an exclusive interview is the new manager of the Tipperary team, Peter Creedon. Peter, I suppose congratulations, the first thing to say to you.
Yeah, I suppose, look, it's something that started here I wouldn't have expected to be doing, but I suppose when I was asked would I consider it and put my thoughts around it, it looked like something that could be a very exciting project. And look, it's great to have the honour of managing the Tipp senior men for 4 or 5 years, and if I have half as good a time with the girls as I have with the boys, it'll be great. Yeah,
I actually met you last week and we were chatting away, and one thing that actually surprised me was your knowledge of ladies football, and I was thinking to myself, he'd be a right lad to be going forward. Little did I know that your name was in the hat at that stage.
No, but I suppose since I left it, maybe the men's game as such, I've done a couple of years at Ed Burke with under 14s and 16 teams. Myself and Tony Smith have done minor teams with the ladies, and every one of those years have been very enjoyable. Winning a couple of All-Irelands along the way at different levels. And I suppose my school, Colossus Niskig, is very much a hotbed of ladies football as well. And Shane Ronan, a teacher with us, is a past manager of Tipperary, and we're trying to develop Colossus as a base for Tipperary ladies football as well. So all those things came into my decision-making process, and when you look at the players and the quality players that Tipp have, I know there's a few injuries going forward and a few girls may be unavailable for different reasons, but the potential is there, and look, I suppose the challenge is to harness that potential.
Yeah, just going on them injuries, and you said, like, obviously Ashley Maloney with the long-term injury, like, she's going to be out for another while yet. What went on this year, Ashley McCarthy was injured when she did come back. Emma Marcy had a long-term injury. Mm-hmm. Emma is back now and she's flying it. We've seen her in a couple of games for Arno. The two Kennedy sisters come on during the week there against Feathered. So there's plenty of talent there, and getting them girls back and adding to the panel as well. Like, there's huge potential in Tipperary.
And there is, and look, to be fair to Declan and the management team last year, they brought back a couple of girls that played really well throughout the whole year as well. So like Clina O'Dwyer and Elaine Kelly and them, they did very well. So look, the thing is to get 25, 26 players really, really fit, really, really focused, really, really committed. And obviously the girls with the quality, we need to get them onto the pitch. But look, it's about creating a team really at the end of the day. No one person or two persons will win either Division 2 or get us challenging for an All-Ireland title. And I suppose that's the long-term ambition, has to be getting Tipp to challenge for an All-Ireland Senior A title.
Yeah, and I suppose you mentioned there, you're in Colossus Niskig, and a lot of girls would have went through that school. So that's a huge advantage there going forward straight away.
It is, for me personally, it's the base for training. So I'm principal of the school, so my day's work can conclude. I can do a bit of extra work if I so wish, and wait for training to commence in the school. So I won't be travelling around the country, and that was a big part of the decision as well in terms of the time factor. I'm lucky. I've pretty much convinced a few very good people to get involved with me as well in the backroom team. We've nearly secured a top-notch strength and conditioning coach as well, who would be very strong in the ladies' game. So all those little nuggets are coming together, and I suppose at this stage I'm looking forward to watching the conclusion of the championships in Tipperary, and maybe getting on the phone and seeing can we meet a few players and start putting a panel together for next year.
Yeah, because there's getting down to the business end of the championship now, like, so there's plenty of games to get into over the next
we're not fully certain as what the structure of the league will be next year, but my understanding is you're looking at the last week of January, potentially 7 league games, possibly a Munster championship. Then you have a round robin into a senior A championship. So there's plenty of games. You have 13 or 14 competitive games. And look, if you're involved in coaching or managing a team, to have a quantity of games gives you the opportunity to build and gather some momentum.
Yeah, and you said there about Shane Ronan. He was involved there before, a previous manager and teaching in the school, and he's taken over Cork. You won't be giving away any secrets to him.
No, but look, I probably would be picking on Shane's experience because he's extremely knowledgeable in the ladies' game. He's taken on a big challenge, I suppose, to be fair, to something he probably always wanted to do. Yeah,
just saying there, you're obviously a Cork man, but no doubt your roots are here in Tipperary now. Your own daughter Marie has been impressive there over the last couple of years with Tipp. You've another daughter there was involved with county final success this weekend as well.
Yeah, like it's great to see the girls' game spread throughout the county. You know, when you hear of teams building in Newport, and you know, I suppose the aim will be try and get the schools going as well. But it's fantastic for young girls that they have the opportunity to play for their clubs, number one. But I think it's also important that the Tipp Senior Ladies team is a team that they can aspire to and that they can look at with admiration. I think that's the key for whatever girls take to the field with the senior team, that they've got to, you know, they got to create a team that the young girls of Tipperary will strive to be part of. Yeah,
by the sounds of it, the door is open there. You're going to be taking a look at plenty of people over the coming weeks and months.
You'd be foolish not to, because, you know, there can be plenty, you know, the girls' game, there can be people out there who might have played previously who may be in a position to come back. You might have some 17-year-olds coming through. It's a little bit different to the men's game. A good 17, 18-year-old lady can play at the top level, while in the men's game it tends to be 22, 23. So, look, we'll be looking at everybody and definitely keeping an open mind. And I suppose most important, we're looking for people with the right character, the people who have desire, that want to commit to it and want to, you know, be the best player that they can be.
Yeah, and obviously Tipperary won the intermediate 2 years ago, beating Meath. We've all seen what Meath have done and gone on to do. That's probably the aspirations long term.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I think Dublin and Cork have taken all the titles since 2003, so Meath broke that. There's no doubt that there's going to be many county teams sitting back this year. It's in the ladies' game, and they're going to be saying, "Listen, if Meath can do it, why can't we?" But they had an awful lot of quality players. Their fitness levels were through the roof. They had their own unique way of playing football as well. But look, we've seen in the men's game in the past, if a breakthrough county wins, it can be followed up by 4 or 5 more breakthrough counties. So, you know, there's no reason why Tipp can't be in that bracket. They have the potential to reach an All-Ireland semi-final, and if they get there, anything can happen. Yeah,
because we've seen the talent coming through. Like there was an under 14B, which could have easily been an A Munster title. They were unlucky against Cork and Kerry. An under 16B title, and minors ended up in the Munster A final, albeit beaten by a strong Cork team. But there's plenty of talent coming through there to look at.
Well, you in every one of the Tipp teams that have gone through the last couple of years in the girls' game, there's been 4 or 5 really top class players in each team, and I suppose the thing is to pull them through. Look, all I'm saying is I'm looking forward to the challenge. I'm actually excited by it, but I suppose, you know, we have to work extremely hard. You don't get to the top level of any sport unless you work extremely hard, and it's going to take an awful lot of hard work to get up there. But, you know, the ability is there. The next thing is whether the desire is there, and I suppose it's up to us to challenge the players in that regard to create that desire.
Yeah, well, it's certainly exciting times ahead. Peter, we wish you the best of luck, and we're looking forward to meeting up with you continuously over the next couple of months and over the next 12 months.
And thanks to you for all the coverage of the games in Tipperary. It's great for the young girls when they come back home and they can go onto YouTube and they can watch their game being replayed, because that all adds to the, you know, to the spectacle of ladies football in Tipperary.
Thanks, Peter.